Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Diane. Today I'm sharing with you my manga haul for June. So it does look like a lot, doesn't it? I promise you we are still using our credit system, but over the month of May and June I have accumulated quite a few credits because of the personal challenge that I had in May, which was just to read as much manga as I could. And then in June I participated in the Manga Pride Readathon, which I read quite a few volumes for that as well. So we have accumulated quite a few credits, but all of these are per our guidelines for this year, so I don't feel bad about it at all. So since there is quite a bit, let's just get into it and we'll go from there. So right off the top here, I have a highly anticipated volume. That's volumes 19 and 20 of LDK. This is by Ayu Watanabe, published by Kodansha, rated older teen. So this is an omnibus volume, even though the spines look like they're the single volumes. I do like that because if you actually line your volumes up like this on your shelf, it looks like single volumes, but I actually have mine this way. Anyway, this is a series that I am up to date with, so I did not use a credit, but it's about these two characters here, the boy and the girl, and they end up having to live together due to some circumstances that happen at the beginning of the series. And the series kind of follows their relationship, first trying to hide the fact that they're living together from the school and other classmates, because if anybody found out, they'd be in big trouble. And then into their blossoming romance. And so I've really enjoyed the series. There have been some quite hilarious moments. It's not a perfect series for sure. There are definitely some things I have issues with, but on an entertainment factor, I really enjoy watching this couple day to day, and just seeing what they're up to and things like that. So yeah. Based on the cover here, I presume that I have already watched what has happened in this volume, because there is a live action movie. It was out on Viki, but I don't know if it's still there. It was a $2 rental, and it covers the stuff with this extra character that's here. So yes, I really enjoyed the movie, so if you're interested at all in trying to see that, it was on Viki, VIKI.com. Really looking forward to that volume. I had that one on order since the beginning of June, and it just came in. So I'm definitely going to be getting into that one soon. While we were at the Monaco Manga Club meeting, my daughter had seen this one on the shelves, and so we picked this one up. This is Persona Comic a la carte. Persona 5 comic a la carte. This says original work by Atlas, edited by Comptique Editorial Department, published by Udon, and it just says manga video game. I presume this is rated older teen just based on other of the Persona franchises video games that I have watched, but this is a manga. It says a dangerous shopping date, the suffering of a back alley doctor, the Phantom Thieves Cooking Corner. Over a dozen artists dive into the daily lives of Joker, Futaba Ryuji, and the rest of the Phantom Thieves of Hearts. So it's got a bunch of people here. And so, yeah. She didn't even know that this was coming out. I had no idea either, so when she saw it on the shelves, I just said go for it, because she really enjoys the Persona franchise. And yeah, the art on that front cover is gorgeous though. Then we also saw this one while we were at the manga club meeting, and it's Prophecy, the complete edition by Tetsuya Tsui. This one's published by Kodansha, rated 16 plus or older teen. This says it's not a joke anymore. Can a masked internet vigilante who foretells his real life acts of vengeance before committing them rattle society into human decency at long last? Finally available as a 1-volume complete edition, Prophecy's stunning prescience only burns brighter since its first serialization in 2011. So it sounded very interesting. Definitely sounds mysterious, and I'm really looking forward to it. So we picked that one up. I also picked up volume 1 of Bloody Sweet. This volume is really, really heavy. It's by Nare Lee, published by Yen Press, rated teen. Not your average vampire story. So that's all I really, really needed to know. Sounded interesting, and the art style looks cute, and so I'm really looking forward to that one. I also picked up Goodbye Eri. This has story and art by Tatsuki Fujimoto, published by Viz, rated older teen. It says from the mad genius behind Chainsaw Man and Look Back comes a story about coping with loss. And so I've seen this one around on Twitter, and it sounds interesting, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what that one's all about. I believe that's just a one-shot. Continuing our collection of Phantom Tales of the Night with volume 11 by Matsuri. These covers just keep getting more gorgeous and more gorgeous. I love the covers on this series. This one's published by Yen Press, rated older teen. This is about our character here on the cover who runs a type of inn, and he trades sanctuary for secrets. Very, very interesting series. I've read a bit of it, but I need to catch up because I really, really enjoyed what I have read. And like I said, I really enjoy the covers on those as well. Volume 4 of the Omnibus of Fire Force by Atsushi Okubo. This one's published by Kodansha, rated older teen, 16 plus. So in this story, people can spontaneously combust, and there are special Fire Force brigades that deal with this type of fires. And we follow a particular character named Shinra, who has had the tragedy of his parent spontaneously combusting, and he ends up joining one of these special Fire Force divisions, and we watch him work the profession and also figure out some mysteries behind what's going on with this spontaneous combustion. We have watched some of the anime, really, really enjoyed it, and so we are collecting the manga. And I'm really looking forward to getting into it. I think I've read the first volume, but I haven't read anything past that. The first volume for me was very, very similar to what I had already watched. So I'm really, really looking forward to diving into that series. Also, my daughter saw this one on the shelf. It's Persona 4A Arena. Persona 4 Arena. This is a Barnes & Noble exclusive edition by Aya Q and Atlas. This is volume 1. This again does not have an age rating on it. It's published by Udon Entertainment. I would say older teen probably. It says the cast of Persona 3 and Persona 4 collide. In volume 1, a dormant anti-shadow suppression weapon named Plastic is in the way. Labris has been stolen. Mitsuru, Kirijo, and Aegis begin investigating its whereabouts. Meanwhile, Yu Narukami returns to Inaba to reunite with his friends, the investigation team. What he finds waiting for him there is a strange fighting tournament held inside the TV world. This one is wrapped in plastic though, so I have to believe that it's probably mature, but it might not be because it's an exclusive edition and they usually like to package the exclusive editions. But yeah, it's at least older teen for sure. So she absolutely had to have that one. I got volume 2 of Last Gender, When We Are Nameless by Rei Taki. This one is published by Kodansha, rated 18 plus. This follows short stories that happen in regards to customers that go to this bar. It's Bar California, I believe. Yes. And so Bar California is kind of like the main setting of this series, and then we have stories with certain customers that are there, and it covers a lot of different genders and sexualities and things like that. At the end of volume 1, there was a mystery kind of alluded to that I'm really interested in finding out about. I heard from my friend Bizarre Individual that this is only a 3-volume series. I did read volume 1 for the Manga Pride Readathon, and it was just okay for me. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in this volume. And then since it's only a 3-volume series, I will pick up the 3rd volume and complete the series. But yes, looking forward to seeing if the mystery element that was brought in at the end of the 1st volume gets added upon in that volume. I have volume 3 of The Summer You Were There. This is by Yuama, published by 7 Seas, rated teen. So I read volume 1 for the Manga Pride Readathon. I intended to try to get to volume 2 from the Barnes & Noble when we were there for the Monochrome Manga Club meeting, but they did not have volume 2, so I picked up volume 3. Because I do think that this is going to be a series that I enjoy. I really enjoyed volume 1. So this story follows the relationship of our two girls here on the cover, and they're basically dating so that Shizuku, who is our like gray-haired girl here on the cover, can like gain experience to write her next novel. It was an arrangement that was proposed by Kaori, who is our brunette character here. So yes, Shizuku definitely has something in her past that she is not very proud of, and so there's that as well. And so I really enjoyed the first volume. I think this is going to have something heartbreaking happen because the title is in the past tense, and just some of the things that happened in the first volume kind of make me think that something sad's going to happen later on in the series. But I really enjoyed volume 1. Definitely looking forward to volume 2, and then I have volume 3. I picked up volume 1 of Love's in Sight by Uoyama. This one's published by Viz, rated teen. So this one is about the toughest looking guy around and a vision impaired girl. And it seems like this is just going to be a really sweet romance between the two, because the vision impaired girl can actually see that even though our guy character is a tough looking guy, he's actually a softie. So I'm really looking forward to that one. It looks super cute. The art style looks cute as well. Got volume 2 of Sotis, art by Kay, original story by Bittersweet. This one is published by Yen Press, rated older teen. So this follows a story where we have these two guys in college. One of them is the head hazer of the college, because that's a thing at their college, and the other guy is a freshman and just going into the engineering department. And so it kind of follows the start of his university life and being in the engineering department, getting hazed, and how he's kind of dealing with that. We also get scenes with our head hazer and what he thinks of what he's doing. And I'm kind of hoping that this series will actually talk about whether or not this whole hazing ritual is actually something that should still continue after it's been done all these years, and why is it such a big deal? Why is it still needed now? And yeah, so we read volume 1 for the Monochrome Manga Club, so I have a series first impressions video on it if you're interested in hearing what I thought. But there was a lot of hazing in volume 1. I'm hoping that in volume 2 we'll get past most of that. I'm pretty sure there's still going to be hazing, but I would like to see more scenes about our characters here on the cover, because this is going to be a BL, I believe. And so yes, really looking forward to volume 2. That one is a Thai BL story also, so it was really interesting for me to see the different names and things like that as well. And so yes, definitely have some questions about some things that I read in volume 1. I'm looking forward to reading more of that series. Got volume 3 of Our Not So Lonely Planet Travel Guide. This one is by Monet Sorai, published by Tokyo Pop, rated teen. So this is a story about our two guys here on the cover who have decided that after they travel around the world, they will get married. And so we're just following them on their travels. So each volume has certain countries that they're traveling to. I read volume 2 for the Manga Pride Readathon in June. Really enjoyed that. Enjoyed it more than volume 1, just because I was more interested in the places that they were visiting in volume 2. In this one, it looks like they're going to Spain, the Sahara Desert, Morocco, and United Kingdom. So that should be interesting as well. I'm really looking forward to this one, and I've enjoyed what I've read so far. Another volume of Persona for my daughter. This is Persona 5, volume 10. This is original concept by Atlas, art and story by Hisato Murasaki, published by Viz, and Viz put older teen on the back of there. So daughter really enjoys that series, so had to continue that one for her. I have volume 1 of What He Who Doesn't Believe in Fate Says. This is story and art by Omu the Rice. Published by 7 Seas, rated teen. So this says, don't get tied up by destiny. Kosuke can see the red string of fate that connects soulmates. Unfortunately, he's fallen in love with Yuka, and her red string clearly doesn't lead to him. He hides his feelings for her until one day a fortune teller lets Yuka know that her destined lover is nearby, and she thinks it's Kosuke. Could this finally be the windfall for Kosuke's unrequited love? Can he stop destiny? Sounds fun, and so I had to try that one. I've got volume 5 of Mission Yazakura Family, story and art by Tsuji Gondaira. This one's published by Viz, rated teen. We read volume 1 for the Monochrome Manga Club, but I've read a lot of this series on the Shonen Jump app. I really enjoyed it. It's about this guy who ends up joining his best friend's family after some things happen. Come to find out, his best friend's family is a family of spies, and so he gets kind of inducted into that whole world. And unconventionally, he is joined to them. And so, yes, really enjoyed what I've read on the Shonen Jump app, and I'm collecting it physically because I really enjoyed the story. I've got volume 2 of Toky Rhetoric by Ritsu Miyako. This one's published by One Piece Books. I would probably say this is teen. So this one is about a girl who can hear lies. She meets up with a private detective, and they end up working together. And so there's a bunch of short, cases that they work, and how the private detective kind of helps our female character grow into her abilities after she's been trying not to use it for so long because everybody hates being around her because they can always hear when they're lying. And so, yes, I really enjoyed volume 1. It's definitely got a more historical feel, but you've also got a mix of historical and more contemporary clothing choices in the art style as well. So I really enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to seeing what our pair gets up to in this volume. I've got volumes 1 and 2 of Only the Flower Knows by Rihito Takarai. This one is published by June. And it's rated 16 plus or young adult. I've never had any manga from June, but I had seen these, I believe, on 365801's channel. I've been watching the backlog of videos, and I believe this was on the best reads of 2022 video. And so I thought, you know what, I've really enjoyed Rihito Takarai's other works lately, and I want to check out more of their work, and so this one was available, and so I picked it up. Really looking forward to this. In fact, I will probably save these to read for the 801 Readathon, the Boys Love Festival Readathon that 365801 is hosting starting August 1st. So if you don't know about that or haven't heard about it, I'll link the video announcement down in the description box below. It looks like it's going to be a really fun time, and I'm really looking forward to this because I do like Rihito Takarai's art style as well. I also have volume 2 of My Secret Affection, story and art by Fumi Mikami, published by 7 Seas, rated teen. So this story takes place in a world where everybody is homosexual, and then our two characters here become heterosexual, I believe. Or at least they start having feelings for a member of the opposite sex. So maybe they're bisexual. I'm not sure. All I know is that in this world, everybody is homosexual. And I thought that was interesting. So I believe this is the second and last volume. This is very thick. And so I'm really looking forward to reading that one as well. I meant to get to the first volume in June for the Manga Pride Readathon, but I just wasn't able to do that. But it's definitely on my list of ones to get to sooner rather than later. And I've got some light novels here. So I've got volume 4 in the light novel of My Happy Marriage by Akumi Agitogi. This one is published by Yen On, ages 13 and up or teen. So this is a Cinderella retelling. Very much only the Cinderella elements in the first volume. The first volume is definitely very Cinderella-esque. After that, it definitely moves away from that, and I've been really enjoying watching this couple grow closer and figure out their feelings for each other and things like that. really enjoyed this, and so I'm really looking forward to getting into that one. I have Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Signs from the Wind, novel by Aya Yajima, original concept by Koyoharu Gotoge, published by Viz. Rated, I think this would probably be teen, because I think Demon Slayer was all teen. It says, revisit the Demon Slayer core with 5 tales of love, friendship, and courage. So this is a short story collection, and I absolutely love Demon Slayer Commencement Yaiba. So I've been like purchasing everything that comes out Demon Slayer. And so yes, really looking forward to that as well. And then I have these two, which go together. To Every You I've Loved Before, and To Me, the One Who Loved You, by Yomoji Otono. This one is published by 7 Seas, rated teen. I believe you can read these, whichever one first. They're kind of like companion books. This one says a heart-tugging story of young love that transcends parallel worlds. This one says a heart-trending tale of star-crossed young lovers and parallel worlds. So it's a parallel world type story. One is definitely thicker than the other, just by a little bit. But these sounded interesting to me, and so I decided to go ahead and pick those up. And then I have Associate Professor Akira Takatsuki's Conductor, Folklore Studies by Mikage Sawamura. This one is published by Yen on, ages 13 and up, so that's teen. This says, truth is stranger than fiction. Naoya Fukumachi is a university student whose ability to infallibly detect lies has left him friendless and isolated. So it sounds a little bit like Toky Rhetoric. When he writes a paper about a strange festival he wandered into as a child, though, he catches the fancy of his folklore studies professor, Akira Takatsuki, a handsome and eccentric man with a passion for all things mysterious. Soon, Naoya finds himself working as Akira's assistant, helping him interpret an array of unexplainable phenomena, from haunted objects and cursed effigies to urban legends. As this odd couple continues their investigations, however, Naoya realizes that his professor has had a few bizarre childhood experiences of his own. So I'm really looking forward to this. It sounds really interesting. I'm really looking forward to their investigations as well. And like I said, it sounds a bit like Toky Rhetoric, with the fact that our main character can hear lies. And so, yes, definitely looking forward to that one, and especially because this is light novel, and it'll give me a little bit of a different feel than Toky Rhetoric. And then the last thing I have here is not actually manga, but it is comic. So I'm just going to throw this in because I've hauled all of the rest of the volumes of this in other manga hauls. And so I have Volume 4 of Lore Olympus in the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. So this is a Hades and Persephone retelling by Rachel Smythe. I have not yet started the series, but I've heard wondrous things about it, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm just collecting these gorgeous editions. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And that is everything I have picked up for June. So it is quite a bit, but like I said, we are still following our rules and using our credits. We've actually used all of our shared credits, which is interesting because usually the shared credits are the ones that we hold on to the longest, because my daughter and I have credits for, or I should say enough to cover all of our stuff. But because of May and June, we have a surplus of credits to use, and so we still have those. But we have used all of our shared credits, which is great. And yeah, as long as we're going by my guidelines for the credits, I have no problem. And I know my daughter is going to get to these Persona volumes like immediately. There's lots of things that I want to get to as well. And so yes, I'm really happy with everything that I got in the month of June. Let me know down in the comments below if you've also picked up any of these titles, or if you've read them already, what you've thought of them, but please no spoilers. And if nothing else, and you'd just like to let me know that you are here, if you could leave me a star emoji down in the comments below, that would be greatly appreciated and would really help me out. And that will do it for me today. So I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy. And until next time, take care and smile always. Bye.